Hello, welcome back to another video. Yula here. In this video, I want to talk about why perform is the best investment for traders compared to the business I did few years ago. So let's get started. In my first video, I have mentioned that I opened a shop a few years ago. I think for most people that they have a full-time job or work 9 to 6, they always have this idea that they want to find a way out. Some maybe they will open a bubble tea shop or coffee shop or grocery shop, So I choose the third one, open a grocery store. My initial plan for the shop was 70 to 80K, but after I top up the store of the shop and apply all the license, it end up cost around 100,000. Of course, I don't have this much of cash on my own. So what I did, I just maximized my credit card and borrow some money from my family. It's funny that last video I mentioned that they don't support me in trading, but they support me in open the shop. Anyway, generally, if people start a business, if everything goes well, it might take 2 to 3 years to get back to initial investment. For my case, it was 100K. That's under the condition of everything goes well, because after 2 or 3 years, maybe your contract finished, then you need to renew the contract with your landlord. So there's a potential risk that probably the landlord will want to take back the shop. That means that all of the effort you put in and build up the relationship with the customer just hand over free to the landlord. It's just a potential risk. Another thing is that definitely they will increase the rental, but the problem is the percentage of increment. Is it acceptable? Is it reasonable price for you to sustain your shop? So this is the risk that involved. Then the first 2 months profit, I remember it was around $500 because I haven't get the license for selling the cigarette and the alcohol. That was the reason why only $500. But bear in mind that I work from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. That means 14 hours and not even one day off, because I can't afford to take a day off, So if you are in a business mindset, right, you will think everything you need to manage, you need to calculate. If that day that I take off, then who's going to pay for your rental? Of course, it's me, right? Especially for the beginning stage. Then from the third month, slightly better, but still it takes time for the neighborhood to know that there's a shop available in this location, and a lot of supermarket out there, way more convenient and cheaper. Why would they trust in you? So it takes time to build a relationship. That's why I mentioned earlier that it might take 2 to 3 years to get back your initial capital. But within these 3 years, you forget about vacation and crazy shopping. I hope you get what I mean. Don't forget that I still need to pay my monthly credit card, and also slowly return back the money to my family. Although maybe family can wait for a couple months, but the bank, they won't wait, right? Otherwise, they will put me blacklist. Then you can imagine that the stress and the hard work that you put in, and the return at the beginning is quite less. So you just imagine the stress I was going through. Eventually I realized that, okay, this is not suitable for me because there's no freedom and it really takes time to build up the revenue. Then what I did, I sold the shop, and I was lucky because I sold in good price, so I can pay back to the credit card and return back the money to my family. Back to the profit investment. Let's say if I buy 100,000 challenge, it costs me less than $500. If you are consistently profitable and you able to pass the challenge and receive your first payout, and you make 2%, that's of $2,000. $2,000 compared to your $500 initial purchase price, it's almost 400%. That means 4 times of your initial purchase price. And most of the firm that reach your first payout, they will return back your purchase price, right? And if you're able to sustain the challenge, then it really can generate certain percentage of the capital. It's very easy to purchase the challenge. Even though you are a student, you can work like a part-time 1 month or 2 months, save some money in order to purchase the challenge. There's a different price according to your budget. It's not like start a shop or like what I did. You need at least like a 50K or simply 100K in order to get started. Even though in the end you really fail the challenge, but nothing can really hurt you financially, right? It's just one of the challenge. It won't make you get into the debt. You still live your life as a normal. But for most cases, like what I did, start a business, if you really fail on the business, after you shut down the business, probably you get into a big debt. It might take 3 to 5 years in order for you just pay back to the debt. Then this 3 to 5 years, you have no any vacation, your mind every day just think of how can I pay back my debt. Just think of the stress that you're going through. But of course, I fail on the business, it doesn't mean that you will. Just to be clear that I'm not here to promote you to buy a challenge or go invest in the prop firm, especially when you are not profitable yet. But if your strategy have an edge in the market and you already consistently profitable, then why not? Okay, this is the video for today. Let me know in the comment section how you view of the prop firm challenge and share your experience as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.